Guys, the iPad Pro, is it worth buying? Find out in just a few seconds. What's up YouTube, Dave here with Seeing Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. And if you haven't stopped by here before, please be sure to click on that subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you could be notified of new videos. So, the iPad Pro, yes, I bought a new iPad. Now, here's a strange thing. I'm travelling and I've donated my iPad Air to my daughter. So I thought to myself, well, you know what, I'll grab it back off her. But, you know, I've had it for a while. I'm going to let her keep that. And yeah, I don't really know what to say. I thought I would never buy another iPad. Why? Well, I think, you know, the iPad is still a very, very controlled device, just like the iPhone. Apple really lock you down. And I think sometimes when you're looking at things like this, which are being termed as laptop replacements, I think you need a bit more functionality. You need access to the file system. You need to be able to get, you know, content on and off easily, you know, copying files back and forth from, you know, storage, external storage, whatever. And, you know, with the iPad and the iPhone, it's just not there. I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, I keep going back to an Android phone, because I know what people say. I know what people say. They say, oh, you know what, it's a phone, you know, it does what it does, it's simple, it's intuitive. You know, it is, as is one of these. Sometimes you just need that flexibility. So guys, I've had every single iPad. I've had the iPad 2, 3, whatever. I can't remember, you know, a couple of the Air versions. I've had an iPad mini. I've had them all. But I never thought I would buy another iPad. Why? Because I've got one of these. This is a Surface Pro, you know, dead handy. You know, you can turn this thing on. You've got a keyboard if you want it. If you don't want it, it comes off. Fairly slim. What way up is it? That way there. It's got a kickstand, so, you know, you can stand it up. Absolutely ideal. It's not that heavy. In fact, it's a great device. Decent camera on the back, cameras on the front. You know, good size. I don't know what this is, 12 inch, something like that. So yeah, you know, I thought this is it. This is the thing for me, because you know what, it's a full-blown computer. This has got headphone jack, it's got mini port USB, USB 3, and yeah, you know, what else do you need? Keyboard is very good to type on, magnetic, fold on its back, comes with a pen, perfect. Or is it? So, I've also bought one of these. This is a Surface Book 2. Similar kind of scenario to the Surface Pro. Here you've got a USB-C port. You've got two USB-A ports, and you've got a micro SD card reader slot. So, why did I buy this? Well, it wasn't for the tablet functionality. It was actually because this is an absolute beast when it comes to editing movies. There is a dedicated graphics card in the bottom base of this, as well as an additional battery. And, you know, it's like 2 or 3 times faster than this. So, again, you have a similar scenario. I can push a button here, and within a few seconds, hopefully, this detaches. And there you have a fairly slim unit. There's no ports apart from the headphone jack, but again, you've got a really light, in fact lighter than this, because I don't know why it's lighter than this, but it is. But you've got a usable tablet, you can use the pen and all the rest of it, and yeah, speakers are good. Nothing to not like about this device. So great for a tablet. Let me just dock this back here. Yeah. Okay, so that's back together. So, why buy one of these? Well, quite frankly, I think nothing beats the iPad experience. Yes, you've got both these devices, both full-blown computers running Windows 10, everything you need to be able to do. There's cameras, there's, you know, full-blown operating system, seriously powerful machine with a tablet that you can just detach and take with you if you don't want to take the whole of this bulky, because it is bulky with that hinge, fulcrum hinge I think they call that, but anyway, but you know what, these things, the iPad is just the best tablet experience ever. There's no Android tablet that can touch it. These 2-in-1 computer type things cannot touch it. It's just the absolute best experience. And now with the Pro versions, apparently this processor, which is the Apple, I think it's the A12X Bionic, whatever it is, whatever that means, this turns this into a seriously interesting tablet. So I don't think it's quite a computer replacement as Apple will have you believe, but you can start doing some very seriously interesting things on this machine. And one of the things you can do is movie editing. So what I plan to do is edit this video on this iPad Pro, and then I'm going to come back and tell you exactly how that experience was. But what people are saying is this is faster than a MacBook Air, a MacBook, even I think the previous, like 2017 MacBook Pros. This is faster and gives you better Geekbench scores and gives you, you know, video encoding like lightning quick, faster than those previous machines. So it's only the current MacBook 2018 MacBook Pros that can actually beat the performance of this. I mean, that sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit this video with this device, and I will link that video somewhere up here in a card once I've made it. And, you know, yeah, that would be an interesting thing to do. But for now, let's get this baby unboxed. So at this point, usually the trusty knife comes out. But it appears that Apple are starting to put these little interesting tabs on their packaging, so let's use the tab. So it hasn't done the best job, but you know what? Screw that cellophane off. Let's slide the box open. Ooh. So nothing to note there. Here's the tablet, we'll come to that in just a second. So we've got the usual Apple instructions and paraphernalia. The iPad, okay, about the iPad Pro. I mean, obviously with the new Pros, we're not using fingerprint sensors, Touch ID or anything like that. This has got Face ID, and it's got all the swipes and the different gestures all taken from the iPhone 10 and the XS models. So that just tells you a little bit about that. And I believe Face ID can work from any angles. It doesn't matter whatever orientation you've got the tablet in, the Face ID works. So again, to be seen. Let me just move that out of the way. So in here we've got the power brick, and this is very similar. I'll open it because I'm going to use it. It's just falling apart. This is very similar to the Apple Watch type charger, so pretty good for travelling. Yeah, the one different thing you will notice on here is this is USB-C. Yes, shock horror. USB-C, no more lightning cable on the iPad Pro. that starts to sound interesting, doesn't it? So in the box, USB-C to USB-C cable, and that's it. Yeah, no headphones, nada, nothing else. So, tablet itself, so again, nice and light. Okay, you know, we're talking smaller form factor, but I think once you've got your eyes dialed in, you don't need a tablet this big, and you certainly don't need a tablet the size of the Surface Book 2. So let's just peel the tab off now. Quite frankly, I hate taking the plastic off anything. They just look so nice all wrapped up in their plastic. But the reality is, we're going to have to use this. So, let's whip that off. Now I've gone for the space grey, and you know what, look, I've just, as I said that, I just put a massive bunch of fingerprints on the screen. It's a tablet, right? You're going to get fingerprints on it. So there it is, guys. Very nice. Big camera on the back. I don't know if that... no, it's not like the phone. It doesn't make it move around. Yeah, it's beautiful. You can see these touch points, contact points on the back here. These are for the smart cases and the folio, the keyboard folio, which actually I have bought, and I have also bought the pencil, but I'm going to come back and review those and unbox those in another video. But for now, guys, I'm not even going to power this up. I'm just going to say that you've got 4 speakers, 2 at each corner on either side. You've got your USB-C connector, and of course no headphone connector. So it's AirPods or some kind of Bluetooth wireless headphones. But again, I'm okay with that. Oh, yeah. Headphone adapter. Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, you've got a bunch of sensors at the top here for the Face ID and so forth, and also the camera. So yeah, I'm going to get this all set up, and then I'm going to come back to you guys. Oh, actually, before I do that, at the top here is a magnet, and that's for the pencil. So I think that's to store it or to secure it, and also to power it. So that's interesting. So guys, this is the iPad Pro. Like I said, I'm going to set this thing up and come back to you with my first impressions. I'm also going to edit this video on this, so I'm going to tell you all about that. And I'm also going to unbox the pencil and the keyboard case. So let me know, guys, in the comments section below if you have any questions about this, and if you have any questions about whether or not it's worth buying this, which is considerably more expensive than the iPad Air and also the standard iPad. So is it worth the extra money? So let me know, guys, if you've got any questions. I'm David Seen for a Lens. Please subscribe and please click on that bell icon so you can be notified of new videos, and I will see you the next time. Thanks for watching.